Evening, dear students. I hope you all are good at home. As per discussion in previous session, we have studied about session 3 of chapter 1, and chapter 1 is related to communication skill. In this, we have covered till session 3. Today, we are going to start with next session, that is session 4, basic writing skills, and it is the last session for your chapter 1 part A. So, what is writing? Basically, it is the most effective and important language skill which gives shape to your ideas and thoughts. It means whatever you're thinking, you can represent in the form of writing, and you can put them in perspective that is clear and comprehensible to target the audience. It means whatever you want to share, you can present in a written way, that is known as writing skill. Writing skill trumps spelling skills because of most often the writer is not present in front of us to impress us with his or her voice, tone, mannerism, personality, non-verbal cues, and body language. So it is only words that make impact. So types of writing. Writing can be of multiple types. We'll discuss all types now only. First type, that is expository. What is expository? Here the writer writes with the purpose to explain some subject to the reader. It means he will present the purpose of writing the communication. Used for like recipes, text writing, technical or scientific writing. This is the purpose, for which purpose we are writing. And generally it is used in case of to telling the recipes, textbook writing, or technical or scientific writing skills. Next is persuasive. Persuasive means to say here the writer puts forth his opinion and tries to persuade the readers. Generally it is used in case of advertisement, review of books, movies, and letter of recommendation. It means letter is written in the form of suggestions or ideas in the form of reference, that is known as persuasive. Next is narrative. Narrative means to say here the writer tells in the form of story, which can be a fact or a fiction. Like it is used in case of novels, short stories, or autobiographies. Next is descriptive. Descriptive means to say the writer explains the subject with imaginary and specific detail. He might use of metaphor. It means conversion of graphical shapes or and the five sense to paint a picture for the reader. It is a type of expository writing. It means how it is imagining, how it is getting convert. That is used in case of poetry, journal, or diary writing. So these are basically four skills. First is expository, second is persuasive, third is narrative, and fourth one is descriptive. Expository in case of that when subject is mentioned properly, persuasive in case of put their opinion and try to persuade, and narrative in case of telling in the form of stories, and descriptive in form of imaginary thinking of specific details. Now features of a good writing. What feature it should be there? It should be very clear and focused. Good writing skill help you to convey your message to the audience with clarity and ease. Ease means to say easy to understand. There may be different characteristics required for different writing skills. Some are here like clear and focused. Clear and focused means a good writing or write up is is always clear and focused on a core idea. Whatsoever you are thinking, idea should be very clear, and it helps the reader to grab the idea easily, to understand the idea very easily. Next is organized and coherent. A good write up is well organized. It means managed in a well way. It is presented in a logical way. It means in a proper sequencing way with the effective beginning, exciting and gripping middle and concluding the end. Start from a basic part, then in the middle they will tell the effects of the story, and afterward they will conclude in a proper way. Everything should be effective. Third is consistent voice. Consistent mean to say changing of voice according to the words. The combination of writer's tone, choice of words, and how these words are strung together in a write-up is that we call the voice of writing. And a good writing has consistent voice. Voice influences the reader perceptive or perception of any idea. So see the two cases example is given. Case 1. The sun is glowing ball of golden heat and light. an energy source of earthlings. Case 2. The sun is fairy ball of fire and pinching light, a celestial object which burn anything that soaks in its ray for long time. The voice of case 1 is pleasant and appreciative that present the sun as a wonderful thing. Whereas the voice of second sentence, it depicts the opposite attitude and presents the sun as a harassed thing. It means it is a negativity voice. Next point is apt word choice. Words that are valuable tool for a writer. So a good write-up consists of accurate words, choice and well-crafted sentences. Sentences should be maintained properly by with the proper grammatical rules. Convention complaints. Conventions are the notations that are associated with usage of proper punctuation, spelling and grammar. An accurate convention makes the write-up very interesting, very meaningful and very easy to read or understand. So without convention, writing would be a mess. For example, if we do not put a space between each word, everything will run together, so resulting in a illegal piece of text. So it should be very accurate, punctuated properly. Next is grammar. What is grammar? It is an essential part of any language. Communication is ineffective without the proper use of grammar. Grammar is the must requirement for any language in case of writing skill. It describes certain sets of principles governing the formation and the meaning of words, phrases, and sentences. Next is phrase. When you are reading this chapter, you will feel that we are studying about grammatical part, grammars only. What is phrase? A word is the basic and smallest unit of language. It works as a symbol to represent or refer to something. For example, book, planet. So a phrase is a group of words that doesn't include a subject and verb, thus cannot convey a complete thought. A phrase will always be more than one word, like after the meal, the nice neighbor, we are waiting for the movie. And these are different example of phrase like prepositional phrase after the movie. It is preposition, position is given first. Noun phrase, the nice neighbor. And verb phrase in which verb is used waiting, we are waiting for the movie. None of these example contains a subject doing an action. Therefore, each example is merely a group of words. It is called a phrase. Now there are different type of phrase like noun phrase, verb phrase, adverb phrase, gerund phrase. Examples are given like the nice neighbor, a soft, comfortable bed. It is a example of noun phrase. Verb phrase, we are waiting for the movie, felt a prick on his arm. It means verb is used. Verb phrase consists of verb and its modifier. And noun phrase consists of noun and its modifier. And adverb phrase are the phrase that act as a adverb. They modify verb or adverb or adjective like around the block, after the meal, in silence. Next is gerund phrase. Gerund phrase are essentially noun phrase that begin with a gerund, like running through the wood, jumping like a kangaroo. It means along with some proper thing, like jumping like. They are comparing. Running through, it means along with this. Next is infinitive phrase. Infinitive phrase begin with the verb infinitive and include any modifier like to run out of food, to visit to the countryside. These are some additional phrases. Next is a positive phrase. It is essentially a noun phrase but one that rename another noun in sentence. Like that tree, a tall redwood, was beautiful fabric. The curtain were made of lace, a beautiful and delicate. It means they are converting in another name. They are renaming the word. Next is participle phrase. Participle phrase, it begin with present or past particle. And a participle phrase include the participle and its modifier. Like the girls giggling and playing in the park never seemed to tire. And fatigued and dehydrated in the desert, the man travels on. Next is preposition phrase. Preposition mean to say it is a group of words that includes a preposition and a noun. Like before church. Here verb and preposition both are combined together. Next is absolute phrase. An absolute phrase include a noun and a participle or any modifier like the flag flying at half mast. Her hair streaked with sunlight. These are the types of phrases. Now it is exercise part. We have already done completed this part. Match the following sentence with the correct phrase type. The boy walking the dog down the busy street. Which type of phrase it is? That is down the busy street. It is a preposition phrase. Down, up, bottom, top. This is the position that is given. So that's why it is called a preposition phrase. He is helping her friend move. Is helping. Helping means to say it is a verb. And it include a verb. So that's why it is called a verb phrase. Next is your apple pie smells very tempting. It means it is using the adjective. So it's called a adjective phrase. And the football coach got very upset with his team. It is a noun phrase because noun is used along with its modifier. And I'll meet you on Friday. It is adverb phrase. Next is what is sentence? Basically, it is the largest unit of any language. The combination of words is called a sentence. Like he ate an apple. Did he eat an apple? What a juicy apple. Different type of sentence can be used. Like it can be a apostrophe, it can be a question mark. Any type of sentence we can write. So the combination of word in above case doesn't express a complete meaning sense to reader or a listener. Hence, such a combination of word cannot be termed as sentence. Example is given like table he a boat. It is not a sentence. Alfonso mango I like. It is also not a complete sentence. It is not a complete thought. It is not a meaning. That's why it is not a sentence. I like Alfonso mango. It is a sentence. So some rules are followed in grammatical error to correct the sequence. Afterward, it becomes a sentence. And sentence could be of four types. First one is declarative. What is declarative? A sentence which declares or asserts statement that is called declarative. It means we are declaring some statement. I am going there, and it is known as assertive sentence, and it ends with a full stop. Like he bought a new laptop. He is studying a book. It is a type of declarative sentence. Interrogative question mark. A sentence that has a question is called an interrogative sentence. It is also called a question sentence. An interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. Example is given like how are you? Is it raining outside? An imperative means to say in the form of request. A sentence which expresses a request, a command or an order, that is called an imperative sentence. Like turn off the light. It is a command. Don't waste your time. It is advice. Request, give me some food. So all are called imperative sentence. It can be either request, it can be a command, it can be advice for other. Next is exclamatory. Exclamatory means to say we are getting stopped for a second when you are speaking. A sentence which expresses strong emotion or feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. The emotion or feeling can be in form of joy. It means happiness, anger, sorry, surprise, excitement, or appreciation. Like, what a nice car. It means it is the emotion of joy. It's fantastic. It's the emotion of excitement. Ah, I lost my bag. It's a sorrow. Sorrow means to say sadness. So again, practice part is there. Quit asking questions and just be happy. It is a imperative sentence. It is getting completing with full stop. It is imperative because it is in the form of advice. Can you cancel the concert? It is a interrogative because question mark is there. Do not put your hand on the stove when it is hot. It is a advice, so it is imperative. Stop. The sink is starting to overflow. It means it is a strong expression. So it is a exclamatory sentence. The students wondered why they were going to the lab. It is declarative. Next is, are you done with your homework? It is interrogative. Question mark is there. And seventh one is, there are many classroom in our school. It is declarative. It's already declared. Everything is defined already. Next is parts of sentence. Sentence can have multiple parts like subject, predicates, direct object, indirect object. So it has it a sentence. It should have minimum a subject or a verb, and sometimes the subject can be omitted if it is understood. So there are some parts like subject. The subject is the part about which something is being stated. Like Johnny is a good boy. So the statement is related to Johnny. It is a subject. And predicate is that part of subject or sentence that describes the subject. Like predicate is also known as also a verb that means to state something. For example, Johnny is a good boy. Is a good boy is the predicate. Direct object. A direct object is a person or thing that is affected by action of verb. The direct object receives the action, like he broke the window. It means the window is a direct object. The effect on window is there. Indirect object is a person or thing that usually comes just before the direct object. Like he gave his mother flour. So his mother, the direct indirect object. So exercise part is again there. Identify the subject and predicates in following sentence. Rahul worked on computer for too many hours. Subject is Rahul and predicate works on computer for too many hours. Our football game started an hour back. Subject is our football game and predicate started an hour back. Riya and Mayank. Wait. Sorry. Next is Riya and Mayank. Riya and Mahak are going shopping at a mall. Riya and Mahak both are going, so these are subject. Are going to shopping mall. It is a type of predicate. Next is the newspaper article was written by journalist. So what is written by which person written? Subject is the newspaper and the predicate the article written by a journalist. Next is the audience grew very restless waiting for the play to start. The audience is a subject, rest part is your predicate. And I am not available today. So what is there? Here in the sentence I am. It is a subject and predicate not available today. Now afterward these four basic structure of sentence are given like simple sentence, compound sentence. We will discuss one by one. A simple sentence, it consists of one independent clause. It contains a subject and a verb and it expresses a complete thought like I like coffee. Sumit like tea. It is a simple sentence. Compound combination of two and two independent words. A compound sentence is two independent clause joined by conjunction or semicolon. Like I like coffee and Sumit like tea. And is a conjunction. Mohit went to work but Priya went to the party. But is a conjunction. Two sentences are combined together. There are seven coordinates conjunction and, but, or, nor, for, yet, and so. Next is complex. A complex sentence consists of an independent clause plus a dependent clause. It means second depend upon first one. A dependent clause start with a subordinating conjunction or a relative pronoun. Like we missed our plane because we were late. Because we were late, that's why we missed. It means both are interrelated. Our dog barks when he hears a noise. It means why he barks? Because he hears a noise. So it is a combination of dependent clause. It is complex. Next is compound complex sentence. A compound complex sentence consists of at least two independent clause and one dependent clause. It means, see now, a long statement is there. Jatin did not come because he was ill, so Monica was not happy. This much lengthy sentence it is. Jatin not come because he was ill. These are dependent. So Monica was not happy. It is independent. And part of speech contains interjection, conjunction, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb. These all are the part of speech. Like what is noun? It is a word that is used to a name, place or thing. Like for example, Sumit rabbit school. Sumit went to school. Pronoun, it is the word which replaces the noun. Like I, you, we, us, her, his, her, him. Next is verb. Verb is the words of a sentence which express action, like walk, talk, live, go, run. Adverb, it is a word which modifies a verb, like easily, happily, very. These are the adverb. Adjective, it is the word that modifies a noun or sentence, like happy, sleepy, young, cold. Sumit picked his little sister from school. So little will change the noun. Preposition is the word which indicates relationship between noun and pronoun. For example, in between, with, at, across. These all are the preposition words. Like Rochi school is across the street. Across is a preposition. It means a position is given. Conjunction is the word which is used to connect the word, phrase or clause together to communicate a cohesive thought. Like if, and, therefore, until, but. Sumit loves his family and friends. So and is a conjunction. And interjection means to say it is a word in sentence which express strong emotions or feeling like wow, hey, phew, ouch, phew. Sumit passed his class test. Now practice session is there. Read the sentence which gives below and choose the correct category. Like, wow, the black swans certainly look powerful in flight. Options are conjunction, pronoun, and interjection. Recently, I studied it is interjection. There were doors all around the hall, but they were all locked. What is they? This is pronoun. Cat carefully took the eggs out of fridge. What is the meaning of carefully? It is adverb, noun, or interjection. It is adverb. Daniel jumped quickly over the bush. It is a verb. Jump is a verb. And the plane landed safely at the airport. Airport is a noun. Would you like tea or coffee? Conjunction. Or word is there. The yoga instructor balanced her body background over the exercise ball. So over is the preposition. Under, over, top, bottom. I received 2 awards at ceremony today. It is adjective. Next is now article. Articles are used to indicate whether a noun refers to a specific or general item. Like after the long day, the cup of tea tasted particularly good. By using the article the, we have shown that it is one specific day. And that was long, and one specific cup of tea that tasted good. After a long day, a cup of tea tasted particularly good. It is an example. So by using the articles like a, we have created a general statement that implies that any cup of tea would taste good after a long day. There are two types of articles, definite and indefinite. In your choice about whether to use an article or which one to use, you have four possible cases: a, an, or no. The, a, an, or no article. So we will discuss now. First is definite article. Definite article is the. They refers to the particular noun that is understood. The audience is aware of the object of reference and no further identification is needed. So placing the before a noun make it specific. In order to say the book, the audience has to know to what book you are referring. So definite noun articles, it is like singular, like chair is a singular, city singular, manager singular, plural the chairs, cities the managers, and count the boxes, the towns, the women's. It can be in the form of counts also. Non count the food, luggage, electricity. Indefinite article, it means a or an. A or an refer to the non-specific noun. The object of reference is not clear. Placing a or an before a noun makes it non-specific. To say a book, refer to any book. It means there is no specific book, not a single specific book. So it can be either singular like a chair, a city, a manager. Plural cannot be used. It is the most advantage. Plural cannot be used in case of indefinite noun. Uncountable, a box, a town, a woman. And uncountable, it cannot be used. It means plural will not be used or uncountable things cannot be used in case of indefinite. And A and N, when to use A. If the initial sound of noun when pronounced is a consonant sound, A is used. Like a bowl, a grant, a hoax. When to use N if the initial sound of noun which pronounced is vowel sound, like an is used. For example, an apple, a, an eel, an honor. So it is a sound of vowel. Now article and proper nouns. For the most part, articles are not used with proper noun. Use article with family names like the Smith family, the John family, kingdom, state, republic, Iceland groups, or plural noun countries like the United Kingdom, the United States, the Dominican Republic, the Philippines, and mountain range like rivers, oceans in case of the Rocky Mountain, the Amazon, the Atlantic Ocean, and newspapers and organizations like the New York Times, the Red Cross, the Hayat, the Capitol Building. These are articles and proper nouns. It can be in the form of family names, kingdoms, states, mountains, newspaper, or organization names. So now it's a practice session. My fill in the blanks with correct article A and or the. My brother lives in dash apartment in dash city center. My brother lives in an apartment in the city center. A specific position there, center of city. That's why they is used. Are you coming to dash party next Saturday? Are you coming to the party? It means specific party is there. That's why they is used. Swati traveled to Mexico. It is not applicable. There is no and requirement of A and D. I bought dash new pair of shoe. I bought a new pair of shoe. I saw dash good movie last night. I saw a good movie last night. And the Mumbai Indian pulled off dash amazing win. Amazing it's an. Can you give me dash minute to clean up? A. And I avoid playing dash basketball. It's a not applicable word. There is no use of A and D. Next is paragraph. Paragraph, it's a group of sentence that brings out a single idea. In order for a paragraph to be effective, it contains with a topic sentence, has sentence that support the main idea. So what are the features of good paragraph? Unity. Unity means begin with the topic sentence. Every paragraph has one single controlling idea that is expressed in its topic sentence, and which is typically the first sentence of paragraph. Order. Order refer to the way you organize your supportive sentence, whether you choose chronological order, order of importance, or another logical presentation. It means it's a sequencing of steps. In a well-ordered paragraph, the reader follow along easily, aided by a pattern you have established. And coherence, it is a quality that make your writing understandable. Sentences within a paragraph need to connect to each other and work together as a whole. Next is completeness. Completeness means a paragraph is well dwelt, and if all sentences clearly and sufficiently support the main idea, then your paragraph is known as complete. Now, how to writing a good paragraph? Firstly, decide the topic of your paragraph, whatever you want to write, and develop a topic sentence. It should be very effective. It should be related to the idea. Topic should be easy, but the question then turn to what you want to say about the topic. So, good topic sentence should contain both a topic sentence and a controlling idea. Now, next is explanation should be very good. After starting a topic, you need to provide information to prove, illustrate, clarify, and exemplify your points. You are speaking truth. And writing concluding sentence after illustrating your points with relevant information, add a concluding sentence at last. And look over and proofread the last step in good paragraph, that is writing each proofreading and revision. So now it's a practice session for a paragraph. Write a paragraph using the information on pyramid. Your paragraph need to include detail is given like triangular made of block. Largest pyramid is the Great Pyramid, one of the seven wonder of world, found in Egypt, built in desert, over 4,000 year old, built to bomb. These are the main points that are covered in paragraph. So these are some basic steps that we have covered now only. You can read from book now. Afterward, examples or exercise session is there again. In dash writing, writer tells a story which can be a fact or fiction. It's a narration or a writing. A sentence which expresses a request, command, or an order, it is known as which type of sentence? Imperative. Phrase consists of a noun that rename another. Rename mean to say it is a positive. A positive, it means we are renaming the noun. A person or thing that towards which action is directed is called a indirect object. Now fill in the blanks. Dash gives shape to your idea or thought. It is writing skill. A dash is a group of words that does not contain a subject or verb. It is a phrase. And a dash sentence comprises two or more independent clauses joined by a conjunction or semicolon. It is a compound statement. And when the noun is known entity, a dash article is used. It is a definite article is used. So afterward, we are getting complete with chapter 1. And chapter 1 we have covered, in which we are having 4 sessions. And we have covered about grammatical part, how to write a sentence, which clauses we can use, what is grammar, which are the steps of communication. So afterward, if you are facing any problem, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. It's 999118890. In next session, we will meet with the next part, or we will discuss about the revision part. So thank you. Have a nice day. If you are facing any problem, again I repeat, just contact me on my WhatsApp number. It's 999118890. Thank you. Have a nice day.